It says for you to apply through their own portal to look for a job is free. You don't have to pay a dime. Just go on the website and just fill in your resume and whatever it is that you're doing, and then it's going to find you a job. Now, my question is this: are you doing that only for private sector people? Because I'm amazed. The immigration scandal that we are still, stampede that we're going through right now. You mean you could have done it for them?
Yeah.
Free of charge?
Well, free to the candidates.
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm not talking of that. That's
Oh.
the back end order. That's
Yeah.
the one asking for the support. So, why are you making it free?
Well, we believe it should be free. The concept of outsourcing is a service to an organization, not necessarily a service to the applicant. As far as we're concerned, the applicant doesn't have money. That's why he's looking for a job. So it's we don't see why we should charge people. You have further exacerbating
It's problem.
its problem. You should alleviate it. That is the way we see things. And we've been doing this for 20 years. We are still in business. So I don't think it's necessary to charge applicants.
No. Maybe your location may be a problem. Maybe some government agencies are saying, no, this is a Lagos company. They cannot be involved in all this. Are you people just in Lagos?
Well, interestingly, we are, apart from Lagos, we are in 6 locations. We have an office in every geopolitical zone in Nigeria. We have an Abuja office, we have a Kano, we have a Gombe, we have Asaba, Ibadan, and Port Harcourt. So we are well represented in all the regions.
Now, the question therefore would be, is it that do you have an association of outsourcing firms, experts in these areas who do this kind of businesses in Nigeria?
Yes, we do. Well, we have several.
So why is it that you're not being patronized by governments or by those who should know that there are experts who should be doing this?
Well, let's assume that they are getting to know. Let's assume that they didn't know. Let's assume that they didn't know that this kind of service is available in the private sector. With the experience of the Nigerian Immigration Service, I don't think any government agency would want to go that route anymore. So it's now out in the public space. There are several organizations that can do this perfectly without the stress that we all had to go through. Families lost their wards. It was really unnecessary, if you ask me. It was really unnecessary. There are organizations that could have done this well, and they've been doing this. You didn't have to bring everybody into a single location. The world has moved beyond that spot.
Now, that's the exciting thing about the Nigerian environment. We seem to have expertise in virtually all the critical areas where the country should be moving forward, but we are not deploying them appropriately. Have you noticed that in your dealings with, your clients?
Well, for our clients, the fact that they patronize outsourcing
that shows
that they actually recognize the values and the benefit of outsourcing. From the other side of the divide, I think we can all be better if we embrace new concepts of doing things. It will help. In all the countries I know of, at least the developed countries, the government also outsources. Outsourcing is a major industry in some other countries, and it didn't get to that point by mistake. It gets there by the government strategically supporting it, developing it. Okay, so as a matter of fact, many countries, and I think including Nigeria, has outsourcing policies in place. But you know the challenge with us. We have wonderful papers. We are praying that we'll begin to implement some of those policies. So that is the challenge. That's the challenge. But I think with the experience we are having these days, I think more people will begin to look in the way of outsourcing.
Now, recently, the federal government, the Minister of Finance actually decided to reprice, as it were, the Nigerian assets base and came up with a new GDP that says, okay, Nigeria is the largest economy in Africa. How strategic is that?
Well, very strategic. For some of us, I think as far back as 2009, we have been opinion that Nigeria should be in the BRICS. Okay, then we coined another word for it. We called it
drinks.
drinks. Yeah. Okay, I think this is just a statement to say that we have earned our position on that committee of nations. Yes, it's strategic, but what is left to be desired is how this transmits or translates to an improvement in the quality of life for me and you and for an average Nigerian citizen. I'm happy the coordinating minister also mentioned that by the time you compare this with our per income capita, we are number 126th. So there's still room for a lot, but of course, when you talk of FDI, it puts us in a strategic position to attract better investment, more investment from the international space.
Now, I like the positive angle that you have drawn out of this, because the minister was receiving a lot of flack from Nigerians saying, yes, we have the largest economy, but a lot of many Nigerians are still living in poverty. So is that the index, is that the comparison you're talking about? Is that
yes.
relative?
Yes. As a matter of fact, yes. We are still far behind when it comes to the quality of life. An average Nigeria still spends less than $1 per day, and that's a major issue. The issues are still with us, but I like to look at things from the positive angle. We can get better, and we would get better. Yes, we need to ask more questions. We need to hold our leaders more accountable, and as we do this, I believe they would know that somebody is watching.
And it's going to ask questions.
Yes, I think things will get better.